Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video. In this one, we're going to be talking about a topic that's going around. I've seen some people like worrying and scared, and people kind of not understanding what's going on with Veve and Ecomi. So we're going to be addressing it once again in this video. As always, if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on notifications so you don't miss any of this content. I do updates, pretty much everything Ecomi and Veve over here on this channel. So stay updated, stay in the loop, make sure you turn on notifications. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter. It's just my name. I am going to be posting more on there when it's little news and it's not something worth making a video about. I will be posting it just on there and just keeping it there until I just randomly mention it in a video when I make a video on something bigger. So, yeah, this one we're going to be talking about the fact that people are thinking that Veve or Ecomi doesn't really care about its investors. They're not taking the investors seriously. They're using the investors and things like this. And it sounds to me like a lot of beginning investors who really don't understand what's going on with the app. You see something, you see Back to the Future, you see Batman, you're like, okay, I'm going to put my money into it. I'm going to make some quick money. It's going to run up, change my life forever. And you just think you're going to get in, get that money, and get out. And that's not how investing works. This is an investing opportunity. This is not a day trading opportunity. It's you have to realize what exactly you're in. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If let's say it is 100% true that Ecomi does not care about the investors, that's even more reason to invest in it. Because what you have to understand is that an investor is not going to make this app successful. You're not going to invest enough money to make this app important. You're just not. You're not important. If you're an investor, you're not important. I'm not important. We're not important. And that's what you have to accept. Like, people have to lose their egos and be willing to see the bigger picture and realize we're completely nothing. And that's just the truth. And you may not understand why I say this, but look at Al Khan. Look at his history. What does he work with? If you didn't see my last video where I showed you all where the Veve team has been for the last couple of days, they went to Tokyo and went to an event there. Look at what was at that event. When you looked around, you saw a bunch of childish stuff. You saw a bunch of child brands. You saw a bunch of child licenses. Then when you go and you look at Al Khan's history, you'll literally see he almost exclusively seems to work with children's brands. And that's who they put at the head of their licensing. So basically, and then they've already said it themselves. Al Khan himself has said that this app is going to be targeting children. So what you have to understand, the reason that they call gems instead of something like Ecomi or Omi or something like that, that's the reason they call it gems, is they want it to be gamified. They want it to look friendly. They want it to be understandable. They don't want this to be related to cryptocurrency at all. To the average user of this app, this is not going to have anything to do with crypto. It's not going to have anything to do with investing or none of that. This is going to be collector's items. This is going to be collector's items. This is going to be gaming. This is just going to be a bunch of different fields to attract children. They're going to be able to take pictures with their favorite NFTs, take pictures with their favorite characters and things like this. This is what this is all about, the child experience and the parent experience and the things that parents can do with their children. I see so many pictures of parents taking pictures with their kids fighting superheroes and stuff like that. Like Ultraman is one I done seen where a little kid out here fighting Ultraman on a picture and stuff. And that is what this app is built for. This app is bringing families together. It's bringing families on this app. Like, people are sitting here with their children going, oh, I want to take a picture with this one. I want to take a picture with that. The kids is like really involved. Now imagine when the kids can play games. Imagine when gaming comes where you can use these NFTs and actually do things with it. So you have to understand that if Veve doesn't care about the investor and they actually care about the consumer experience, and that's what they're working on, they're trying to make this perfect, they're trying to make it child friendly. That's exactly what I want a company to be doing if I'm putting my money into it. Because if I'm putting my money into you because you're a brand that's targeting children and children is going to make this massive and you're focusing on me and the amount of money I put in and all that stuff, you're not focusing on your efforts in the right place. I'm never going to put as much money as a million little kids who keeps telling their friends about it, kids will make this become one of the biggest trends in the world. Like, if you haven't heard of them, look on YouTube, Ryan's Toy Review. Look at Ryan's Toy Review, one of the most successful YouTubers in the world. Ryan's Toy Review, one of the most profitable, who's made the most money. This is something that could attract his entire audience. This is something that could really attract, like, kids make things massive. Look at Minecraft. Anything children are involved in is the future, it's the wave. So I want them to focus on the biggest audience here. Let's talk about Bitcoin for a second. 1.4% of the population is invested in Bitcoin. 1.4% of the population is invested in Bitcoin. I would like to see what percent of the population is actually playing Minecraft or playing, like watching I like Ryan's Toy Review and watching kiddie things. I want to know what percent of the population is watching kids stuff, because that would be a good comparison. Like, I don't care about 1% of the population investing in something. That's not going to compare to a bunch of kids. And also keep in mind, all these kids, if they're getting into it, their parents are going to be watching what they're doing, seeing what they're doing, and they're going to be spending somebody's money. So that money is going to come from their parents. It has to be something that the parents can get behind. And the parents hop on here, they see, oh, Back to the Future, that's from my day. Star Trek? You don't know nothing about Star Trek. He going to be like, no, I don't, but I know Ultraman. And like that's what I want. Like, I want that experience. I want that experience to be perfect for them. That is what's going to make me money. And that's what you have to understand, where your money and where your value is going to come from. So people are asking things like, how is this ever going to, why is this not competing with Dogecoin? Why this, why that? It's not ready for kids right now. It does not, like, it's ready to the point where you can take a picture, but how long is that going to keep a kid interested? Just being able to take a picture. And then we're not having consistent drops. They're still working on this. This is still being built. Unlike Dogecoin, that's a hype coin, this is something that actually has to be built to bring value. You have to bring value with this. Dogecoin's value is off a man saying that it's valuable. It's completely different. It's a completely different scenario. So, this is what I wanted to address when it comes down to people saying that Ecomi and Veve doesn't care, and they're taking offense to that. Doesn't care about the investors. Like, I call it tough love for the investors, because they know what it takes to make you money is for them to do what they need to do to make this app work for the people who are not you. As an investor and seeing their plan, seeing what they're going to do, they know they have us. They know we're going to stay invested because we're not stupid. That's exactly what they know. So why the heck would they be catering to us? If you're an investor and you've read through this, you've done your due diligence, you see who they're working with, you see what brands they're targeting, you understand their vision, they don't have to worry about us. So why would they be worried about us? Like, outside of fixing bugs and stuff here and there, this is a project that's not about us. It's cool that we've invested, it's cool and all that, but like I said, once again, we are irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. We are not the ones who's going to be using this app all day, every day. Let's say all of us investors buy up something, buy up everything, buy up the NFTs and stuff like that. Okay, then what? Who are we going to sell them to? How are we going to make money off of them? We're going to be selling those to the casual people, to average people. And that's where the value comes in at. This app is all about casual people. Even if it starts with all investors on this app, it's going to end with primarily other audiences on this app. So that's what you have to understand. I understand that a lot of people are kind of losing hope and not understanding why things are taking so long. But developing something takes a long time. Programming is not easy, especially when you're trying to program whole augmented reality worlds, allowing people to take pictures. Like, I think people just think that stuff happens. It don't just happen. It never just happens. I was a programmer, and I don't even know where to begin to program something at this level. I'm sure if I thought through it and really tried to understand some code, I would understand once seeing it. But just trying to think about how to, like, even work with a camera to get, like, it's like, that's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy even if you know what you're doing, because then you gotta bug test. You gotta debug. It's so many other parts to it, and then you gotta worry about load balancing, having servers that can handle everything that you're doing. And if you can't, like, making sure a bunch of servers work together well, it's so many different aspects to making this successful that people don't take into consideration. It could take a long time just to get the programming down. Not to mention that they're still out here pursuing licenses. They're still out here pursuing and closing deals. They're doing so much stuff. So I wanted to address this because it seems to be a lot of concern. A lot of people are bashing Ecomi. A lot of people are not understanding like this process and where they are in this process. You are an early investor, which means you are just somebody who's here to put your money in and eventually take your money out. While yes, you're cool, your capital may help them early on build this app and build this foundation, you are not the one that's going to make us money. You're not making us money. You're really not even going to make, I mean, I guess we are helping, but ultimately the real money comes from who Ecomi is targeting. That's the simple fact of it. So don't get offensive. Don't take it offensive when the developers are more focused on the people who are going to be making us all money. You have to understand where the money is going to come from. Do you think, I'll tell you this, it's a bunch of grown ass people on Veve right now. When they drop a unicorn, the server crash. So you mean to tell me when a bunch of grown-ups, a grown ass men, a lot of them, hop on a site to buy a unicorn, it crashes? Imagine if that was a bunch of little girls. Imagine if that was a bunch of little girls and all their groups of friends. Imagine like that, and that's how massive it can be. When a bunch of little girls come together and tell their friends, "Oh, I'm on this. They dropping ponies, they dropping unicorns," and everyone's talking about it. Everybody's friends is on, and it's like millions and millions of these little girls. Come on now. Like they can't even handle a bunch of grown men. Like they're not going to be able to handle a bunch of little kids right now. So that's what you have to understand. It's certain levels to this. We are not at the level where we can afford to have certain things. We can't afford to move too quick right now, because you get a bunch of little girls on this app and they see, oh, we have ponies, but yet because all the investors are there and because the app crashes, the little girls end up not being able to get a single pony or a single unicorn. So now they uninstall the app, they get off the app, they're like, it's broke. I can never even do nothing on that app. So now we have millions of people out here spreading the word. Oh, this app is always broke. You can't really do nothing on the app. You have millions of people out here had a bad experience, and now Veve, his name is going to shit, all because people wanted to move too fast. This is why I respect Ecomi. I love the pace they're moving at, even with all these investors crying in their ear every day. Patience, and understand the vision. Like, I don't see how you can be so impatient. You know that it's going to blow up. Use this time for it to stay down and keep getting your position. Keep putting money in if you're going to do it. I'm not a financial advisor, so just got to say that. But me, that's what I'm doing. I'm using the opportunity to put in as much money as possible. As much money as possible, because we're never, like, once it starts taking off, we're never going to see these prices again. And I'm taking full advantage of it. And everybody who's saying, oh, it's unrealistic for Ecomi to go past a certain market cap. It's unrealistic for this to happen, for that to happen. Look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin is completely a useless coin, and it'll have, what, $40 billion market cap? So if a coin can do nothing and get a $40 billion market cap, you think Ecomi can't do something that's never been done before or that's unlikely? Come on now. You just have to really understand where you're at and what you're in right now. You have to really understand it. But that's pretty much it, yo. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.